This is Maniac 4 Bricks. I already see Game the Reaper in the room, so hey, nice to see you. So I have no idea what happened on Brother from Another Bricks stream. I was invited a while before on the way home from, like just before I got home from fixing the flat tire. I will delete that video sometime soon. What happened after that? Hey, I see Lego Freak in the room. Nice to see you here. So yeah, I was invited on the stream. And then a whole bunch of other people were, I guess, invited. And I saw that he started another one. But I don't know. Maybe it's going to be too chaotic to have more people in the stream again. I mean, I know from experience having too many people in the live stream can be pretty nuts just to try to hear everyone. But I didn't know it was going to have communication problems as well with, like, actually talking both ways. I couldn't hear anything. It was completely silent. And I actually turned on the stream for a little bit to see where I was in it. And I, like, cut off people by accident, so I apologize to those people. But when I don't know if there's a conversation going on, I don't know what else to say. So, with that all said, they do live streams with a lot of others in the call. It broke. You mean this broke? For some reason, off the connection, even though this time I'm on data. So it should be better. Art with Color, nice to see you here. Right now... Hey, brickset. Okay. This is the only app that's running on. I don't know why it keeps losing connection. Although maybe... Because it's on data. This is another Maniac for... It probably is. I'm honestly not sure. I'm on data right now. My cell phone's data. It should not be crashing because of Wi-Fi. It should also be a little bit better than that. Well, thank you. I'm glad that he sent you guys here. I didn't even know if he was gonna, how aware he was of the stream going on. The uprising shall continue. Yes, we have to keep planning. We need to start the revolution before halfway through the year. I'm gonna say halfway through the year. Give it enough time. We can get enough people. I'm really trying not to lose my mind that this thing keeps crashing. I blame you, YouTube! I'm probably gonna get that most out of it. Alright, let me see. Because right now, I have a video in the background that's rendering and uploading the video about this hospital MOC. So it'll go into better detail about it, as far as all the things in and out. A little choppy in terms of lighting, but you guys know what it's like here. So... hopefully that's all good. Brick Rookie, I saw you in the stream. AVM, nice to see you here. Lunarian 987, I see you as well. The piece was never there. The Phantom Piece. We will find it. I'm just going to rename this. YouTube is broken. Let's just go to Twitch. Come on, YouTube. What happened? I don't know. For some reason, my iPhone keeps giving out. I don't know what's going on with it. I can't even say I would use another device because... my iPod is still dead. Rest in pieces. So anyways, the idea for my stream, as of yesterday's stream, the follow-up, was going to be... do you have all the LEGO Dimensions figures? I do not. I'm still missing the Goonies pack, most of Teen Titans Go and Powerpuff Girls, except for Bubbles. No, Buttercup and Starfire. We'll just be thankful for the few... yeah, let's see. I'm trying to pull up the stream on my desktop so I can actually read the comments because YouTube is like, fast on the comments, but slow on the service. Yay! That should be the motto. Fast on the comments, slow on the service. As if you guys don't know about the service of, you know, very popular and controversial YouTubers and how it took maybe 2 weeks before they actually resolve things. And they're like, hey, yeah, maybe we should do something about our policies and maybe we won't, like, have everyone get money in sometimes. And, like, I don't know. I'm just making fun, weird stuff now. B-Fab and his girlfriend sent me, wow, I didn't know that. She was going to recommend my channel. I didn't even know she knew my channel. So, thanks. A lot of recommendations. Thank you all, guys. BFAB diss track? Really? I don't know. I'm trying to read what was up here before. So yeah, I don't have all the dimensions, figures, and sets. I do have the 2 polybags. The most of that I'm missing is like the last 2 waves of figures and sets and packs and things. We'll just be thankful for a few seconds you're streaming each minute. Yay! So I better get all the important details right now. I don't know if it should be about what I'm doing here, or what I plan to do here, or if it should be about reading your comments. How do I fit all that in a few seconds? How much will the book be? I still have to figure out as far as the price of the book. I still am contacting No Starch Press. I actually had another publisher in mind, but then I was recommended to do No Starch Press. No Starch Press has done a whole bunch of Lego fan books. I know I have a bunch of them. You might know Brick 101, when he did the book with David Pagano, Paganomations, they published through them. So I think they're probably a good resource because they're familiar with the territory. So I still have to figure out as far as the book goes in terms of price, condition, like format of it and things like that. I do have somebody that's helping with the visuals. I was gonna say his previous username, but Bricks123 is helping me out with some of the visuals that are going to go inside of the book for like timelines and things like that, so it'll look very nice. It'll be good to complement with the pictures. I do have somebody that's going to help with the photography of the book outside of me, somebody that is, I think that's like somebody that I learned about through Penlug can help with the photography, and I'm really happy about that. I'll be happy to send them free books when because they're actually part of the process for it. As a way of saying thank you. So the idea for this stream, let's finally get things moving and before YouTube crash it. No, I can't sell my book for the price of a kidney, BFAB. I don't know if I'd sell a kidney for Lego. What if I sold a kidney, made money off of it, and then use that money to get a kidney transplant and get it back? So it's like, I have the Lego, I have someone else's kidney. Wait a minute, I have someone else's kidney. That might be weird in its own right. Please don't sell a kidney for the book. You don't have to do that. Don't sell Clark's kidneys. Don't sell his kidneys either. Can sell the book for good stream quality. Maybe. I would love to. I'd love to try that. I'll send YouTube a book so that they can make my streams better. If it really has to go down to that. As if I didn't invest like $500 into what actually goes into the book. Just rolling my eyes off screen. So, contest giveaway and 36 subs. Nice! Actually, okay, never mind. I thought I saw something else. I need to write a book. I mean, hey, if the book does well, I'll do a part 2 or volume 2, because it's like, there's plenty of information out there I am not going to be able to fit into this book. Not that I can't write more pages, but because I don't have the resources to write those pages. With photography, actual information about the items, having the items in hand so I could talk about them in detail. Yeah, you probably would buy all the SDCC figures for the price of a kidney. Lunarian987. I am currently writing a Lego fan book. I've been writing it since November. That is about strange Lego products and lesser known Lego history. It's going to be a great book. I'm going to really have like good format to it. And I think it's something that I think most Lego fans would enjoy. Like if you're already into Lego for quite a bit, this will be something that's like, oh, I never would have thought about that. There are definitely going to be some hardcore or diehards or whatever that'll be more intrigued to it. Like, more my avenue of like, oh, I'm actually interested in Lego history. And I'm not trying to talk about from like the marketing perspective or anything like that. I'm talking about like how different products have changed over time. Logos, slogans, mascots, advertising, not like in a sophisticated manner. I know nothing about advertising. Have you seen my channel? I think I've developed my new phrase in blank. Have you seen my blank? I mean. So, Gary, congratulations on becoming the first person banned on the stream. You have the dishonor of leaving right now. So, bye-bye. Goodbye. And come on, it should be updating. Yep, there we go. Yes, I do still have to update as far as the mod squad on the stream. I have to figure out how to actually do that through YouTube. Because I think there was something about, like, if you do it through Hangouts, it could work. But if I'm doing it on the app, I obviously can't change anything on there. I love a good banding in the evening. I love when a band comes together. So that'll work. So this is the hospital. Back on track. It's not a Maniac for Bricks live stream. If you haven't been here before, it's not a Maniac for Bricks live stream without a good tangent. And boy, howdy, are we in a tangent. We're going for what now? Quite some time. I don't even know how long. But anywho, this is the hospital MOC that I developed about a year ago. Maybe a little less than that, but still quite a while ago that I had like one of the earliest buildings in my beach town when I revamped it in August or thereabouts. It's really not bad. Like, I really like, especially the, like, I like some of the bottom, I like some of the top, but it does seem a little bit messy. There's some things that go together, and then there's some that's kind of thrown in just to fill up space or at least get the right walls in. One thing I've always done as a strategy when it comes to MOCs, and they're not ones I was really going to premiere much on YouTube, I fill in gaps or fill in walls with gray bricks. Like the giant gray 1x6 panels, because it's not that I have a whole bunch of them. I usually just reuse them. But a whole bunch of times, they're just big and plain and easily take up space and, you know, shit, you know, does what it needs to. I wouldn't have enough white bricks normally to fit in here to, like, stack on top of each other in between windows. But at least, you know, this would fill in. I definitely have better parts now, and that's the thing. I will go through better parts to really make this hospital look much better. It's not going to change completely, but there are a lot of things cosmetically I do want to change. Even, like, a couple mini models in between. Your videos have improved and become much better. I went from watching your videos occasionally to watching almost all. Thank you very much, BFAB. I appreciate that. And I've been watching a lot more of your videos too. I've definitely seen them improve over time. In a couple different ways, just how they're edited. When do we get the Maniac merch? Credit to Ludicrous. Look, it's been 24 hours. You know what I did in 24 hours? I had breakfast. I slept. That's some amount of hours. I had breakfast. I was called into work because it was like, hey, I know you're supposed to have a day off, but can you come in because so-and-so can't make it? And I was like, well, what am I supposed to be doing? And it's like, you're teaching a class on web coding. And I'm like, well, gee, I don't know anything about that. Why would you put me in that spot? It's just because I'm available? I don't know anything about web coding. Except for you have to end every line with a semicolon. That's the only thing I know. Otherwise, it doesn't work. I think that's just basic programming. It might not even just be for webbing. But they're like, no, you have to be an assistant. But we'll pay you as if you were a lead. So I was like, okay, that sounds good. And they gave me the lesson plan to look over what I had to do for today. And I was like, okay, that'll work. Went there. It wasn't that bad. Actually lasted a little less time than I expected it to. I thought it was going to take more than 3 hours or so. But it was like an hour and a half. It wasn't that bad. So I'm happy that just... You know what I'm going to do instead? I am going to just drop this thing on the stream. I am that out. A threaten YouTube publicly. I guess this is where it begins. This is where we start the YouTube, what do you call it? The strike. The YouTube strike. Get angry! Just explodes all over the room. Pieces flying in my face. It'll be nuts. There's not a lot of YouTubers I watch over 10-minute videos. I only watch all... Oh, nice! Yeah, sorry I keep making, like, every video more than 10 minutes long. It's not even I tried to, but it's like, I don't know how to keep cramming stuff without being, like, really vague. Yes, the uprising starts with a riot. And... unfortunately, there will be minifigure casualties in the most ironic sense because it's a hospital. You would think this would be the place where they're the most safe. I don't know if I'm having fun or if I'm actually... YouTube, stop! I swear, I'm just going to rename the stream YouTube, stop! Just... This is Maniac for Bricks, the channel that's all about ranting and rioting on YouTube. How everything in the system is flawed, and a better channel that I would rather watch is Cartoon Network Roasted. And I say that because I don't like Cartoon Network's lineup of shows, or at least the way that they start lining up the shows, as in the Teen Titans Go Network. Just a personal rant there. But if that as a flawed TV channel is better than YouTube as a system, as a way of broadcasting different channels, put in there on the first level, then it has a door that leads out to the garage over here for the ambulance, which I don't know what's going on now. Like, I'm not in like a tunnel or anything. I'm in a basement, but I'm not in a tunnel where it's like, oh, you're breaking up. No, stop. It's not like that. What I was gonna say was, I really did like how everything went here. I may be able to move this whole MOC forward a couple of studs, so that way it'll give more room on the back to actually access this. Is it possible that we can demonetize YouTube? Like, you're not providing the service that is expected, so therefore you can't make money. Honestly, I love making the thumbnail because it's just a spontaneous 3, 2, 1, take a photo. And I'm like, I think we've now developed another swear word. I'm sorry that I have to say it so much, but it's kind of an important one. It's important you guys know what the new swear word is. The next 4-letter word is YouTube. So, like, you know, there are some words that's like, this is the D word, this is the S word, this is the F word. Now we have the Y word. YouTube. That is that is the new curse word. The curse word of the day is I'm so fed up. I'm so fed up. It's like an abusive relationship, because I like using YouTube, and I know many of us use YouTube to stream our content and be able to, you know, interact with people. But at the same time, YouTube's not giving us, it's giving us flack. That's what it's giving us. For those new subscribers, I hope you're not turned away by all the stuff. Oh, YouTube, I stubbed my toe. Yes, I love how you're using it. That is great context. I'll petition, riot, and boycott against you. Keep the Red Cross. I do want to keep the Red Cross. It like really stands out, and when I look over at the town like far away, I know that's the hospital. The only problem that I have with it is I need to reconstruct it. Like, something with it needs to be redone. Here's a close-up of how I built it. It basically has the plus sign made out of plates and studs, and it is mostly square. Like, really square. Like, so the plates actually line up with the rest of it pretty well. It has all these 1x1 studs that are holding it underneath, but it's not held on to anything beyond that. Like, if I take this layer off, there's nothing else here. So that's what I'm kind of worried about, and I'm thinking, here's a better option. If I revamp the floor, I'll add the sign onto it, then have it, like, maybe, like, tiled over here, so that way, when it rests on there, what the YouTube is with the lag. No, don't... I'm trying to read the comment this fast. YouTube in the studio? Oh, I hope not. I almost had a YouTube just waiting for the tire to be fixed. And that was just like, oh, I don't need this. I don't need this in the rain in the middle of a Kmart. That Kmart that I was in front of has bad reception too. So I was lucky to even get a call through to say, hey, my car is, you know, has a flat tire. So, yeah, there's that. What else is there on here? Stop swearing at me. Did the Kmart have any, like... No, I tried to look for Lego deals at the Kmart. I was informed earlier today that the hot dog cart was $4 at Kmart. That was according to the website. But I went in there, I didn't find any hot dogs. I didn't find any hot dog carts. I do actually have it, but I didn't pay $4 for it. Ow. Just walking all over the place. I feel like a pinball just ricocheting off the different boxes around me. I actually did get the hot dog cart. but I actually I picked it up for $5. So, you know, that's kind of disappointing that it was actually, like, it had both of the minifigures, it had most of the parts in here, it seems like it was complete, and I got it used, but I really could have just saved that $1 and bought it, you know, fresh in the box. Yeah, I still have to wait for it in the mail or whatever, and it would have included the photo booth. There was, like, a photo booth that goes with this set. That wasn't in there. In fact, no, I'm honestly joking, guys. But no, I was really happy that I got this for a pickup at $4, and it does have the hot dog minifigure. It doesn't have the hot dog minifigure that came with it. It has just another minifigure, or mini doll rather, with the hot dog suit on it. So I'm like, that's not bad. And, you know, still got the vendor in there. Right now, I'm like, why do I not have this in my beach town? Like an Oscar Mayer wiener truck rolling around. I do remember, I have actually been to an Oscar Mayer wiener truck. Just randomly was in my area, and I'm like, I gotta get a picture with this thing. And I did get the little whistle with it. As much as I had them from other things, it was like, oh, it's cool to get it from the truck too. The set looks delicious. Oh. No, I already ate dinner. But yeah, I thought, yeah, I need some food trucks. What's my beach town without a pizzeria, food trucks, ice cream stand, or ice cream, like, shop, and like apartments and condos. The apartments and condos are coming. It's a project I currently call Blue Acres. Whenever I think about it, I'm thinking Blue Acres. Like, oh, I need the parts for Blue Acres. The idea is to build a multi-apartment kind of building that will have, it'll have, like, multiple residences in there. We'll have sig figs put in. They'll have their own place. And the idea at first was going to be that the whole building was going to be blue, or at least the blue is the main color scheme, but I don't know right now if that's the case. I've thought about it being maybe one or two other colors, and I know that's not really great and completely authentic, yada yada. The town's not supposed to be authentic. It's just supposed to be semi-realistic. Think of, like, 90s Lego. I'm kind of inspired by that as far as trying to build it, but still use a couple, you know, newer techniques and try to keep fleshed out buildings, not facades like today's Lego. Ow! Ow! And the hot dog girl fell over. No! So yeah, I'll probably have to get a couple of times during this stream, so brick attacks keep account. I think I'm already up like 2 times already, but I will get up multiple times. I will fetch some parts so I can build this the way that I'm expecting to build it. As far as tiles go, I'm kind of all over the place for colors of them. The uprising is growing. I'm gonna call my subscribers uprising, so I can say we've reached 30,000 uprising. We've reached 30,000 members for the uprising. I do. You want a poster? I got a bajillion posters. I got a bajillion Lego posters around here, but I don't have a poster to lay here. It would be like a placemat or a floor mat if that was the case, and it also would be in the way of me moving around. Yeah. Well, I could bring out the Duplo cement truck. That could be company, because I don't know if anybody saw that in one of my videos before. The Lego book video featured that, and there's supposed to be a haul video, I think, that has that in it. I do have I have this. I don't have the lid. I was actually joking in that video about, oh, you can find the lid easily on Bricklink. No, nobody sells just the lid for this. In fact, people are lucky enough to sell even this plastic container for it. Sometimes you just find this at like $30 or $35. I paid $25 for this with this thing, so a little bit better. I win. I win in the game of Bricklink. Or in the game of, Lego black market selling. It is still dusty. I do need to clean it up a bit, but I'm looking forward to it. My brick set is Maniac 4 bricks, and it should have a catalog of almost everything that I've had Lego. Anything that's marked on my... I have things marked on my wanted list through there. It's not actually my wanted list. I have that sorted on Bricklink, but on Brickset, I have my wanted list as a way of checking off what Lego sets I've reviewed. So, kind of a big change up from what I've done before, where normally that would be actually wanted items. But since I've been using Bricklink more and eBay more, I figured, well, they have those options, so I might as well include it in there. So, yeah. Uh, 32%. All right, not bad for the video rendering. I'm waiting for the Pets of NASA set. No, that would be actually really cool if they had like the first dog and monkey that were in space and have like the capsules for them. That sounds like a cool idea. Brickset, make it happen. Make an idea set. People would buy it, and people in droves. I have actually met the creator of the Doctor Who ideas set, and at the time I was like, I wasn't gonna go crazy gung-ho about it because I wasn't really into Doctor Who, but it was still nice to at least talk with him and see the sample model of what he proposed on ideas. What's due please? I love brickset. Every time I get a set, I add to it my whole collection. Yeah, my whole collection is on there too. I may have also added in stuff that I've sold through Bricklink every once in a while, like once or twice might have marked it there and not unmarked it when I actually sold on Bricklink or something, but at least the ones that I have here, they're definitely on Bricklink. I've updated almost every haul, after recording every haul, I mean. Can you read my last comment? What was the last comment? I like the open sunroof for your hospital. Yeah. There'll be no infections. What are you talking about? Germs just exposed to the elements. No, if the minifigures get any like diseases, it's mostly dustitis, which is just the process of being out in the open, and dust bunnies, you know, sometimes those germs like to come in and they'll infect certain minifigures. This is actually Brick Zapper in here, a sig fig for Brick Adjuster's channel. Brick Zapper has been operating here for a year, and that guy is still blushing. He is still really nervous. I don't know what to say. It's a very tedious operation. So yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get those wall pieces that'll easily beef that out. A big old bag of them. Some windows. Let's see. I don't know if I need those yet. No, there's the fences. There's like small windows here. Okay. No, I don't know. I'll bring them along. I don't know. Might use them. We got brackets. We got ratchet joints. We got studs. We got cheese wedges. We got sunroofs and trapdoors and oh, that's like the older hinges. Okay, that's the category. We got animals. Just throw a dinosaur right into the MOC. Oh, I gotta find it around here, but I do have a whole bunch of brick that I could add in here too, and I'm gonna need that if I'm gonna revise that hospital sign. So I'll grab those. Count it. It's 3. 3 times getting up. I'm going to set a world record for most times leaving my own stream. Hopefully to come back. Can I donate my kidney at your hospital? I need the funds to buy your book. Gabe the Reaper is on a roll. Is seriously on a roll with the comments from yesterday and today. Ludicrous Lego only matches him, like, just tied. Made for Bricks is being kidnapped. Look, I actually watched a video I watched a video today on YouTube where somebody revised an old video, and they sent something about like the old version of the video I recorded looked like a kidnapping, like a hostage video, and I'm like, you know what? I feel like a lot of my videos are like that too, with like the one lamp that's on top of me for the desktop, and it's like, hi, I guess I'll talk about something on YouTube, and it's like, offhand you see like a Nerf gun just held against my face. By the way, Nerf gun, that was really funny. When I was getting the tire changed, we were like, oh, do you have a spare tire? And it's like, oh, I think it might be in the back of the car, but I don't know if it's in the trunk or if it's underneath. So we opened the trunk, and it's like, well, yeah, it's supposed to be under here. But I had all of my Nerf collection in there. It's been hauled around for a long time. And also, like, one big Tupperware of MOCs that I usually bring for conventions. So... It's like kind of awkward with the guy, and I was like, oh yeah, let me move all that. So we had to move. So we had to take all that stuff out of the way, and I'm like, well, I guess you know a lot about me from just the back of my car, and trying to play it safe with topical jokes, but like, don't get it. I'm not getting any ideas just because they have Nerf guns in the back of the car. Because you know it's scary now, and you know I'm a little bit scared. I work in schools. It's kind of scary. Like I haven't had instruction before on what to do in a situation like that, and I'd rather not think about that before the situation. The best I can think of is like lockdown procedure, where it's like, okay, just stay in the classrooms, away from any doors and windows, that kind of thing. I don't want to think about it too badly though. All right, looks like. Wait, what's this thing made on? Why is there tan all over it? Oh, I forgot the whole bottom of this was tan. That was something else I was gonna fix with this, but I don't know if I have the plates for it right now to do that. I guess the best thing I could do as a substitute is just swap it out with the gray on here, so tan's on the top, be less noticeable in between. That might work. As much as I would like to have that middle layer one color, it's not really gonna be the case here. Did I see the stream last night was 3 hours? It was 3 hours for the last time that I tried doing the stream. It was like the first one was an hour, then it was like a minute or two in between, and then 3 hours. Just because we kept just chatting and talking. Like, I was like, I got nothing else going on. I'll just sort Lego. I tore apart a bunch of Lego sets, and then I just talked with people that were up. That's all that really happened. I see Nicole. Nice to see you here. All right, I don't have enough room. I had a bunch of Pick-a-Brick cups here because I was recording a video that's about Pick-a-Brick wall analysis. Another series I'm opening up on YouTube on the Maniac for Bricks. I did it a while ago just periodically, but now I want to do it on a monthly basis. And the ironic thing is I'm starting in the second month and not even the beginning of the month. And yeah, I know it's not great, but it's like I need to know what the format was going to be like before I actually started making the videos. And then it would work out. So at least for January and February, I'll update as far as what I found in the Pick-a-Brick wall in my local Lego store, but it's not going to have, it's more of just a comparison, just to see like how much has changed since then. The rest of them will be like March 1st or the week of March 1st. I'll go to the Lego store again, pick up more stuff from the Pick-a-Brick wall, or at least record them, and then talk about it on a video. So that way I could be like, in my store, I found these parts. And there are definitely a lot of outliers. Like, more outliers than I can imagine. A bunch of them would be like, oh, this random part is mixed in with these other parts, but it doesn't have its own category, or you can't really get them in bulk at the store. That's the other thing, is that I get this all from the same store. So if I was to go to another Lego store, even in my own state, it could definitely have a different variety of stuff. I know that Jersey Gardens is the largest one in my state. That's in Elizabeth, and it's an impressive Lego store, I'll admit. Like, bigger than most of the other ones, if not the biggest in the state. The only one I haven't been to is Cherry Hill, because that's very south for me, and I'm not really up for the drive there just for the Lego store when I could go somewhere closer. I'd still like to go there at some point to experience it, but that would be more of like on the way back from something. I have a good idea for Uprising. We could spread propaganda to Lego magazines. Well, Lego magazines aren't really around anymore, aren't they? Because they have Lego Life, which is now an app / social media thing with Lego. They don't really make the magazines as far as I know, because I remember them saying, we're going to cancel the Lego magazine and we're going to move things online for updating whatevers. And, you know, to be honest, a lot of the Lego Club magazines were just advertisements. But at least there were some fun activities in some of them. Brickmaster was a great time for Lego magazines. I really enjoyed those. I mean, I didn't subscribe the whole time, but for the time period that I did, I had a good time with it. I'm saying time a lot, aren't I? Time. I don't know what's happening anymore. But yeah, I'm going to leave the roof alone on this. So it will be open air for a bit. But at least for now, I'm going to make the inside a little bit cleaner. I don't know. I'm having second thoughts because it's like, well, as I look at the second floor, it's not even showing the tan. It's all white. So would it even matter? I mean, it only really matters seeing the tan on the outside. So I don't know if it's worth it. Like tearing the rest of this apart, tearing this apart, and then rebuilding it on gray that won't even be seen. And the gray kind of will be seen from the top. I don't know. I don't have a lot of other gray plates of this size that I could use, so maybe I'm just going to keep it like that. I am going to change the underside of it, though, because I did have a helipad on here before, and I'm like, I don't even know if I have a place... I don't even know if I have a helicopter for this. I originally used it for a police helicopter a couple times, but not really room for that right now. And definitely going to change up the police station at some time later. I miss the club magazines. I'm glad they still make... Yeah, at least they still make the catalogs. I'm happy for that, at least, being a thing. I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, I'm just trying to see, like, where do I put the pieces so I could make kind of a border for the... For this to sit on here. Like, it can attach by a couple 1x1s, but just to be sure it, like, stays in place, you know? Looks like a pretty busy stream today. Maniac, can you check out my friend's channel? He does gaming. I could. Not at the moment now. Obviously. But, yeah, at some point I could take a look. Let's see. If I... Yeah, let's just throw this on here for now. See what happens. I'm going to throw a couple of plates on different sides to at least get the idea of the border. It's not really... It's going to have an open air back. It's a little bit easier that way to access things if I have the back open. If I do move this forward and expand it more, I will have to change out the roof. But at least for now, I know the size of this thing, roughly. I mean, actually, it might even work better if I just move it forward and don't change the length, or the depth, or whatever it is. So that way, it could just be like, oh, well, here we go. We got the... whatever. Could you pick a time for the podcast tomorrow? Anytime from 12 to... Oh, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you, JTBT, about the podcast. Well, I have to see when I'm going to go out and try to get the tires arranged from today's flat tire, because I do still need to get, you know, I can't drive forever on a spare tire, as far as I know. But I'll figure out when that's going to be arranged, and then I'll let you know what times around that I can do it. I shouldn't be in for tomorrow at work. I don't think they were going to call me a second time to say, hey, somebody else was out. I think once this week should be good. Actually, I'm going to change this up. We're going to do the 6x6 on the bottom here, so it'll hold the 8x8s in the middle together. Some clutch power going on. We got some action in the place. It's still not the best roof, I know that. And it just has like the one AC unit on top. But it's something to cover it. And something to do for now. I'll figure out the rest later. Now we got this mess of bricks to go through. This is all about wall elements. I love wall elements, all different sizes and shapes of them. 1x6x5, my favorites. Panels like that. I can't tell you how many of these panels I got. Actually, I did already tell you. On YouTube a while ago, I did a video where I showed how I spent $15 and bought like hundreds and hundreds of Lego pieces from the Pick-a-Brick wall. Because at one point, they had these babies on the wall, and I was ecstatic. I was excited. Because that's one of my favorite elements, and to get a whole bunch of them would be great. Not only for this MOC, but for other ones. It was a great way for me to just quickly fill up space in different areas. I know there are more MOCs than white that I'm going to build. So I see. Oh, that's interesting. You know, I didn't even know this before on YouTube, and I'm not going to mention whose name it was or what they said, but there are some things you can blacklist on a live stream, and somebody commented something, and then it showed me this comment is held for review, so I could say yay or nay to it. You should make an octane drink. Oh my gosh, that would be great! I would love to build like a small octane drink stand or a food truck or something. That would be great. Definitely want to have that as part of it, because guys, I am just a fanboy for Brickset. My channel has no actual substance. I've been developing stuff for years and years just to latch on and bandwagon on other popular Lego YouTubers. This is a coming out video. I need you guys to know the truth. Brickset is just the reason why I'm still making videos. It's why I do it every day. It's why I make the titles more clickbaity. I'm trying to just copy his style and still like enjoy what he does. That's like 90% a joke. No, yeah, honestly, Brickset has influenced me to make videos more regularly. Where if I didn't, I wouldn't have done as many videos as I'm doing right now, even these 2 months. I'm glad you're making videos. Thank you very much. Just Too Good said he would join one of my streams. That was 6 months ago. Yeah, well, he's busy, apparently. He's busy with a lot of stuff. I'm glad... Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I caught up with all the comments now, because I wasn't sure where we're at. So now comes the fun part of trying to measure, am I on the right spot for this? What I could do, I could actually make this easier. And what's the family-friendly version of kill two birds with one stone as a phrase? Like, what's a family-friendly version of doing two things at once, or having one thing with two payoffs? What's the friendly version of that? Getting 2 scoops of ice cream when you paid for one? I don't know. I literally made that up right now. I'm not even joking. But I'm trying to think of something like that I could throw in more for a joke, but also for that sweet safety with YouTube. Because kill, you know, is a... I actually don't know if kill is a demonetization word. But if it is, I got demonetized like 3 times now. It's way more fun collecting with a little kid. No, I'm sure it is. But Brickset, I'm not going to be a daddy just so I can have more fun YouTube videos. That's... It's a little bit too much commitment for me. But no, I'm sure that if you're already into Lego and you bring it to your child, it's gonna be way more fun with them. I definitely had more fun when I was working in different schools, and I got to see firsthand with kids learning things with Lego and building things, and like I would show them something and be like, "Whoa, that's really cool," and it's like genuine like interest. You didn't read my plans for Octane Drink. No, I think I like missed half of it. I don't know what happened. We should make an Octane drink and use it to take over YouTube ads so we get monetized. Now that's some conspiracy stuff I like hearing. I'm not into conspiracies, guys. But no, that's a funny thing to think of, is like, we'll make a company, we'll sponsor that company in other YouTube videos, so we'll always get money from the product. It'll be like, there's like a South Park episode where they made a company and they did absolutely nothing to like finance it or market it, but it's like the name of the company itself is what made money. I forget what episode it was. I think it was one based on a football team. That might have been the premise or something like that, if I remember correctly. I'm just trying to look for white plates. I don't know if I have any around in spare bins. Oh, look! An entirely open bin with nothing in it. How does that happen? Meanwhile, the other ones are overflowing with parts I don't need right now. See, now it's a building stream. You can hear Lego pieces moving. We're going live, guys. It's live now. No, seriously, I've had once or twice before in comments where people would say, is the stream live? And it's like, well, I think you can see people moving and responding, so I think it's live. Okay, so that's a 1x1. I need to get up to 8. Make it to 8. Rate 8 out of 8. I'm throwing a lot of words around and I'm making complete nonsense. That's Maniac for Bricks in a nutshell. Oh wait, I'm way behind in the comments. I got stuck in the octane drink. Was it the episode where they became tokens agent? I don't remember that part. I don't remember a lot of the episode, honestly. It was more recent episode, at least within the past year, I think. So maybe like the last season or so. I don't watch it constantly, but every so often I'll catch it on TV and it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of good. Except for the one time where they had an episode with Butters that it was like, I'm not really a fan of this one, but then they aired it every single night, so it must have just recently come out. And I'm like, I want to watch something else, please. I didn't even think about Kiss Cartoon or anything to jump to that. That was years and years ago. It's unfortunate. I missed the Ninjago City stream since I literally woke up and a minute later the stream ended. So you just woke up like a couple hours ago? Because I thought that stream just came on. Like, not too long ago. Lunarian, I do see your comments. I've been reading the comments all through here. I just didn't acknowledge or, like, reread them on the stream. I've been around a few little kids and they tried to smash my Lego. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what Scene Square is. That part I don't really know about. Except when they break your favorite Legos out. I think it's just dogs and cats in various aspects. Yeah, I know my guinea pig, Louise. She's a mess. She's always hopping out of her cage. Like, it's trouble enough that she's in her cage, hopping around, and knocks over her own igloo. Just like, you know, sits inside of it. You hear thump. And then thump. And then, you know, next thing you know, the purple igloo is like topsy-turvy. But the other thing is, when she's coming out of the cage and I show her the Lego collection, it's like, oh, here's the cool Lego stuff. And then she just runs all over it. And she just goes rampant. She's like hopping underneath buildings and uprooting them. It's annoying. I'm actually joking about like 90 of those details. I mean, she does do the hopping inside her cage, knocking over her igloo. But I never take her out of the cage. She's technically my sister's, so it's not even my responsibility. But it's like in the living room, so I still see her. I got an idea. I love when a plan comes together. Okay, idea still needs work. Because what I was thinking was, I kept coming across some 1x1 slopes, kind of like this, where it's like you could fit a little plate underneath it. I was thinking, with this area for the edge, I could slope it up a little bit. So it'd be like a flat thing here. It'll have like a little bit of a curve, and then the hospital sign will sit in the middle of it, like just flat underneath there. That might work. Like everything about my YouTube channel, that might work. No guarantees, though. Now I gotta find another one of those off camera, off screen. There's a 1x1 plate, not a 1x1 tile. A 1x2, whatever. There's a 1x1 cheese wedge. Okay, kind of drifting further from the slope we're looking for. There's like one bin I have over here of unsorted pieces that I just happen to find a bunch of these in. Because I saw there's a lot of white pieces. And it's like, alright, that might help. I know this is going to be incredibly boring. I know it's going to take forever to actually make progress. And by that time, you guys would be asleep. I'm just trying to work on this part so I know how everything else around it will work. Like, I don't think... I feel like I'm responding to the haters that aren't actually there. I just feel like everyone's on edge, like, do something! And I'm not really doing something. Ooh, what about... Oh, uh-oh. That's a good sign off camera. Uh-oh. Dropping a bin of pieces. They didn't fall over. They were good. I was just trying to see if I could find more plates. And no such luck here. Nothing else really for the...
Hi.
Hi.
You want some baked ziti? I just made some.
Sounds good, but I'm not... Alright, in a bit. My mom, everybody. That's how I'm going to introduce her every time. It's like when you have that weird special guest that you don't expect on a TV show. Not that she's weird, I'm just saying that you don't expect a special guest, and the timing might be a little weird. But it's like you clap anyways, because it's like, oh look, they're here. Wait, why'd the stream stopped comments for a bit? 10 out of 10 ASMR. I will send 3. No, I already have haters. I have haters that want me to be Jehovah's Witness for some reason. You saw it before. It was weird. I don't need that. Nothing about religion. Nothing about types of religion. Like, no offense to them, but just like, we don't have to talk about it on a Lego channel. I rarely, like, if I bring it up, it would be about like Easter or Christmas. It's not even religious aspects of them. So I don't know why somebody's like, become a Jehovah's Witness. And it's like, dude, you don't even know what religion I am a part of. Or any, if that's the case. So yeah, Big ZD, it's calling my name. Don't wear it out. No, that's the wrong plate. Oh. Also wrong place. There's definitely going to be a part 2 to this. Either that or I bring a bowl of ziti down here and I munch it while building, and it's going to get all over the place. I don't know. Looks like I'm going to buy Ninjago City on Friday when I take a trip to Lego Store. I still have to work up the money to buy Ninjago City again. Here's the thing. I don't know if everybody knows this. I did have it. I did build it on a live stream over the course of 2 days. So there's like 2 or 3 live streams out there about it. The thing is, I traded it to somebody for a whole bunch of other Lego sets. And actually the Railway Express that I have was kind of part of the trade, or relatively around that time. But unfortunately, things went sour with the person I was trading with. I'm not going to mention names. And that's part of the reason why I have to raise funds for getting to Philly Brickfest, is because I no longer have them as a source that I can rely on to stay overnight at their place, which is right out of Philly, unfortunately. So, as convenient as that was last year, and I was thankful for them that, they weren't holding up their part of what they owed me, and when I called them on it, they said that I was being childish for some reason, and basically he became childish on an ironic twist, and I was kicked out of a Power Miners MOC that we were collaborating on, and I did a bunch of the legwork for. I was given parts back that I contributed to the MOC because I told him, you know, it's going to be more ridiculous if you have to keep those, if you decide to keep those parts, because now you're just stealing from me. So he gave those parts back. He gave back my Power Miners MOC, or he gave back all of my Power Miner sets, which was almost all of them. And I still have a few more I don't have yet. But, yeah. Just a tidbit of drama, but not enough that's going to be like, I'm going to call this guy out, and I'm going to say, you know, we're going to fight or whatever like that. Also YouTube drama. That's another story. But anywho, what I have now is another 1x6 plate. I have 2 1x1 tiles. So now, excuse me, everything just all the body functions. Not all of them. Not the Clark body functions. Now, I can tear apart the operating table, because part of it is actually resting on the front here, so I can get that out of the way and work on the rest. And get that hospital sign in place. So we can actually say, look, I did something with this MOC. Okay, the 58% of rendering for the video. So I'm just saying, like, if I have to leave indefinitely, then the video should be going up on YouTube, and then it'll be easier to, if you miss me while I'm gone, you got that covered. We'll get that underway. I'm thinking I'll build a custom wall around here with different bricks, because now I have a bunch of bags of bricks that I brought over. So it'll be easier to integrate this with the wall, and, you know, still stay on top of here. So I'll technically be rebuilding this, but still keep the same shape to it. As long as I have a 2x2 red brick. It should be around here somewhere. I know I sorted them. I don't know where they went. Oh, you know what? I can use a substitute. Wait, I don't know where those are either. Oh, wait, there it is. Oh, look, there it is. It just showed up. Right on cue. So, yeah, we'll start with that. I'll keep these in mind. Oh, wait, actually. So we need... I don't mind if this part has gray. You know what? I'm going to make it kind of like the rest of it around it, because the other sides of it have favorite meme, steamed hams. Currently, I always like a steamed hams meme. And there was the one or two that were thrown in the stream yesterday I was cracking up about. I'm trying to think. Is it better if I have the gray as the bottom here and then the rest of it on top white? Or should I put red on the bottom and then have white? Like a red stripe going around here. Or gray. The one thing I'm holding the gray onto is just to have this, like, jutting out. But beyond that, I'm honestly not sure. Like, what's gonna help. I'm not saying anything about it. I like all of them. Just good iron and very cool. Do I have two computers? I have the laptop. I have the desktop where I'm reading the comments from. I have two desktops up in my room, in my bedroom. Sometimes help with editing videos. Mostly it's done on the laptop. A lot of YouTube stuff is on there. But yeah, there's a desktop here. Thank you for about the hospital. Podcast is going to be on Deezer, SoundCloud, and YouTube. I don't know what Deezer is, but okay. A hater has come to dislike. I want 4 Ninjago cities to put them back to back. Well, selling all your kidneys to make up that money. That's why I don't do trades. It's hard to trust. See, it's like, the problem was, this was somebody I trusted that I've been in contact with years. And more recently, they've just been taking advantage of me in a couple different ways. Like any of the Lego events, if there's an opportunity to drink, I opt out of it personally, but everyone influences me, especially the unnamed person. So that's what really stinks about it, because it's like, I want to have a good time in my own way. I don't have to drink every time the opportunity's there, and I don't have to drink at all if I want to. Just, you know, my mantra for most things is do what you want if you're not hurting anyone and you're not forcing them to do something they don't want to do. That's generally the idea. Okay. Now what I could do is if I have all these 1x2s and such in here, I could actually change up what's on the side. I'm still trying to think, like, should I use red on the bottom? Should I use white on the bottom? Or should I use gray? Like a light gray. It's mostly just to hold on to this. That's why I had the light gray in there in the first place. Because I thought that would be a nice little overhang for the garage. I do have another piece like it, but it's in black. And I'm not even sure exactly what that piece is. So I wouldn't use that right now if that was the case. I could probably... Because I have red along the sides and the doorways. That's why I'm asking about that. But I think I could change that for white. So that way the doors stand out better. Like, the doors are red. And I think that'll work better. So it's still going to have a little bit of gray in the color scheme of this whole thing, but it's not going to be as bad. Let me see if I can take out this whole side where the closet is. The closet I do want to change, so I'm going to just tear that thing apart. It's really tight. It doesn't really have a good structure to it. So I'll tear that out, and then that'll be it for that. I don't know why the chat, for me, I'm not going to put it on fast chat. I don't even know how to, but I saw somebody went to bed. If you need a phone, sell your computer. Yeah, I don't know if that'll actually work. Because most of my computers, I have 2 of them with Windows 10 on there. And the other 2 have Windows XP, Service Pack 3. I don't think people want those kinds of computers. And I will get an upgrade for my phone. I'll be switching from an iPhone to an Android to see how well it works. Hopefully a little bit better than an iPhone, because this seems to be, dismal. But the idea for when I'm getting it, it's not going to be for at least another month. It's somewhere in the next month that I'll be switching it over. So it's not going to be... It's something I'm thinking about now because I'm aware there's an update for my plan, and we'll change it to that when the time comes. One thing that also helps, I could put the drawers now on the bottom level because they were like a brick layer above it for some reason. Yeah, I'm definitely going to redo how some of these things are built. It's just going to be sprawling with pieces all over this thing. I know that these are pink drawers. I'm aware of that. I just don't care. I will keep pink drawers there if I need to. It's just kind of have the idea of multiple drawers to go through and, things to use. I don't know if I want to fit a machine in here. For the operating table. I probably should. But I don't know exactly what kind of machine it will be. Just yet. Okay, so let's say behind here, I will make them white on the bottom floor, but just gray along the top. That might... Well, if I change out the doorways, I think it'll be easier to decide that. Because it's they have a mix of gray, white. It doesn't really look pretty. It's just kind of a mess. It would be kind of nice if I just put gray along the bottom of all of them, though. If I move this back a little bit, I can fit a corner in here. And, oh boy. This ATV truck thing from yesterday is definitely going to have to move at some point. This is nuts. I know the big Zeta is still around and should be eating it at some point, but there's Lego to be built. And I don't want to hold you guys up. Wait, Triovore, what do you mean about beef? How did beef come up? I mean, the beef I was talking about earlier in the stream, that's not just too good. I move, I may send you... Before I move, I may send you... Okay. Okay, it sounds like everyone's just talking to the inner chat right now. I'm sorry, this computer's been slow. I'm just loading up the rest of the comments, but I think I can see them all now. Okay, now it came in. If you decide to do that, we can get an estimate on shipping, and I can PayPal the money to you. Isn't Just Too Good in Florida area like Mandar? Yes. They are both in the Florida area. That's why they collab a lot. And they go to Disney World, and I'm not Disney World. They go to Legoland together. Let's see here. That's more like it. Okay. So what I'm going to do behind this wall is now going to be a layer of white bricks. So it's like you guys are watching one of those videos of like somebody trying to what's the word? It's like watching a video of someone like a carpenter or something doing work on their house or showing you how to make something, and they go through step by step in the process of it. No, honestly, I do think they're kind of slow when they show those kinds of videos. And that's the kind of stuff that like I'll find every once in a while on can we get a Maniac for Bricks P.O. box? I'd like to, but I don't know if I can afford it to pay it out annually. Like, I know that it's cheaper to buy it for an annual as opposed to monthly, but I don't have the money to front it right now. So if you guys want an address for me, I will give you my home address. And what's also good about it, compared to a P.O. box, I could stack as much mail as I need to in front of my door. As long as I can get out the door. I don't think there's going to be a limit. Whereas in a P.O. box, it's like, you're only going to have this cubby to hold things. And then what happens? I actually don't know what happens after that, Bricketect. Do people, like, do they send it to, do they send the rest of it in the mail? Or is it, like, they just hold it there or something? Or they alert you? I don't know. What happens when there is an influx of mail time? When it's an overload of mail time, I should say. If anything. Because I don't know. I like the idea of just letting it come to my door whenever it stops by. I've only had a couple times where I had to go to the post office to pick it up because it's like I wasn't home or I was home and they didn't knock. But I had to go to the post office with a slip that said, "Hey, this package is for me," and you know, then they would hand it over. Usually ones from like Russia or sometimes Germany, like international packages, not ones in the States. Those would just go straight to my door. Because the other ones, I guess it's like, oh, we gotta really be sure that this foreign material is okay, and you're okay with bringing it to your doorstep. That's what I think. I don't know if that's the case. They put a yellow slip in your box, and you take that to the pickup or package. Okay, that makes sense. And one thing I do like about the post office for when it comes to P.O. boxes, as I've seen, is that they have open hours before the post office is usable, so that you can go in and pick up your packages. Because I've been to the post office before they opened, trying to deliver or trying to mail something, but I found out the only reason why it was open is because somebody was getting mail from their P.O. box. So I don't know if that's like, I don't know if the perks outweigh the price. That's basically what I'm talking about. Yeah, so now we're just tearing a lot of this thing apart just to get the walls reworked. So hopefully it'll be cleaner looking and, oh, wait, this is just more red brick. So hopefully I'll have a better outline for this thing. I'm really hoping to get this done in this, or at least tonight. Because if I do it another day, I'm gonna forget some ideas. I'm gonna lose people that won't be available. So yeah, I'd rather do it all in the same day. Come and go as you want to. But then it'll all be done in the same night. And if that's 70%. If the video uploads to YouTube, then if it uploads tonight before midnight, then I could have it like, here's the hospital before the update. Here's the hospital after the update. That would be pretty cool. A lot of the facilities in here I've actually taken out. Like, I took out the operating table. I took out a couple computers. Obviously, I took out all the doors in here. So, there's a close-up of what the floor plan looks like right now. I'll probably change around the beds, too. I feel like I could probably make them a little smaller to fit minifigures and have a little more space around it. I don't think I'm going to fit shelves, because it might be a little bit much for each room. Because there's already room on there that they have like a ledge, or currently they have a ledge. But I could probably, if I squeeze out a couple bricks, I could probably fit a table in there to... No, this might be okay as is. Because here's what I'm thinking. This part is at least 2 bricks, 2 studs thick. So it's going to have a ledge leading into the room. Unless I move this thing out further, and I could still, build around that. But I kind of like having the ledge there, because then I could put stuff that would be unique to whoever's visiting. That also goes with this side, where I could just have the 2 by whatever brick to lay there. Do I follow you on Instagram? I do not, but I will. Sometime after the stream, you'll see me following you on Instagram. But I'm thinking for the operating room, I could take that space out so it could be a little bit more open for operating. At least it sounds like a good idea. I don't know how well it's going to play out. And something that... Oh, there's like a piece missing there? There we go. Fixed it. As much as I have tons and tons of Lego pieces, I do not have them all organized, as you guys know. I do not have them all in a good arrangement where I can, I can say, oh, I have enough of this color or this type of piece, so I can build it right away. That's not the case. A lot of times it's like, I may be able to use this or make substitutions when it doesn't work out. But yeah. Ooh, I got a better idea. I'll stick this wall on here. I'll stick this on here, because most of the area I need to fix is right there. And now, get on to the rest of this thing, building it up. The idea is that after this layer of bricks, I should lay over 2 more of these 1x2s or a 2x2 if I find it before then. So it'll connect into the wall. That's the plan. Unless I have another one sitting out here in the open I'm not aware of. I'm probably not aware of it. Not many things I've been aware of. So it'll be built into the wall. That'll be... Yeah, it's looking a little bit better. It's a little awkward, though, that the gray line is here, where the hospital sign is still shown. But it still kind of makes sense that it goes along with the rest of the building. I'm just going to go with that. Don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay, so we got that. I have to check every once in a while because I think there might be a Tycho brick or something that sneaks its way in there. Tycho and Lepin are probably the closest of knockoff bricks to Lego that I can think of off the top of my head. And they ain't pretty. Okay. Let's see. We got the 1x3 here. I'm trying to find... Okay. There we go. I don't remember where I put like 1x6s and up for white. White pieces, like, they come and go in the room pretty quickly. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I could use that all the time. That's looking a lot better. I'll just get a 1x1 to fill in that gap. I was really hoping this would be faster. I, again, sincerely apologizing that it was a positive video. Thank you. I'm sincerely apologizing. I'm not moving faster with this building. I had an idea in my head, and I'm like, okay, let's get it on and get it moving. And then here I am, like, tangent, and then other stuff. That's not building related. And one thing of... Yeah, okay. I don't know. Like, should it matter if I face it inward? Will it look a little bit better from the outside? Or is it good to have the... I think it might be good to have it this way so that if I need to fit something extra space, it'll fit there. Just trying to look at this from the outside and see what I want to do. And I'm trying to ignore the tan line and the other lines in between it. Those aren't my favorite right now, but I don't have the pieces to replace them. I'm happy enough this is built into the wall. That was a cool idea. I almost feel like I should build like a gray layer on top of it, like a light gray, to make these two line together. I don't know. Tan line, pun intended. Yeah, I didn't mean tan line like for people, but yeah, that was definitely... It snuck its way in. I don't know, it might be more off-putting if they're on the outside. So, for me, I'm going to be, like, distracted looking at those. So we'll change it this way. I gotta find another window. I have another one or two in here to match one of these. Hopefully the right size. Oh, that's a shorter one. It doesn't have a glass in front of it. It's like the kinds you would have in Lego fire trucks. That's the right size, but I just need to take out the glass. Maybe there's another one in here. I wouldn't mind if the windows were gray, because at least the rest of it isn't ugly gray too badly around it. Rustling. No, I'll have to use that in another building. It's too tall here. Also too tall. Yep, too tall. They're all too tall. Alright, if I pop it out of the red window, if I can... You know what? I can't pop it out of here. It's not that kind. Hey, it's Brickstar! I haven't embarrassed myself yet, but don't worry, I will. It'll happen. I probably embarrassed myself a couple times. All of these don't even have a window in them. I think I'm going to have to go to another measure. I'm going to pop it out of the... Oh no, I can't pop it out of those either? Okay, I can. Don't worry, I didn't break anything. Although it does sound like a cracking neck or something. Okay, so I broke those out. I'll replace it with these. Even though they have the little stripes on the bottom, I think it kind of adds to it. It's like not bad. They kind of have that for hospitals, right? Kind of half the time, some of the time, never. I don't know. Okay, we got the windows taken care of. We still have to put it in the inner walls. So I need to grab more of those gray bricks. Okay, I do have more 1x6 types of those. So that's good. I apologize, I'm not looking at the chat much because I'm trying to actually build and look like a decent, productive person in the LEGO community. We have a lot of self-loathing here because I don't have a lot of faith in myself. Alright, that's probably more than I need, but we'll work with those and substitute where necessary. Captain Productions, make more videos. I'm a goofy goober. Rock! No, I can't play that, it's copyright. Well, Captain Productions. I thought you meant you turned 40. Oh, I'm manic. I didn't know that. I'm looking back on some of the comments. Actually sounded like brickset. Yeah. I haven't done an impression video, but I kind of thought about it. I've definitely done impressions of a Fall Man with videos that I talk about either a haul from him or a mock that he built or something like that, or like a sig fig showing in a video. Not as a collab, actually, but I've definitely done impressions of him. I've wanted to do impressions of Larry Bundy Jr. I've watched him many times to understand how his voice works, so I thought that would be funny. And that's a funny thing. I don't want to say I'm the Larry Bundy Jr. of Lego community, but I feel like I'm in that idea or direction of like finding weird stuff about a hobby that people like, or fan base that people like, for pure enjoyment, for pure like amusement. Are you kidding me? Come on, phone. I'm full of impressions. And he likewise is writing a book about the facts and different weird things that he finds. So that to me just seems like a good coincidence. I mean, I think he wrote the book, and I'm not saying he's still writing it. I think the book is like in production to be made. But yeah, I watch him on YouTube. He's great with different kinds of video game facts and trivia. He does do a lot of top 10 videos, so admittedly okay, but they're actually good information, like good topics to talk about. In my opinion. If you're into video gaming, he's worth a watch. You'll learn something good. And some of them are actually about developers. They're about behind the scenes of like before a game comes out and things like that. He's been in video game journalism for years, from what I remember. And good stuff. There we go. Now we're moving. Let's get grooving. So now we're getting the inner walls done. I've thought multiple times about making a video that would be like HGTV or some kind of like home makeover video, and do it in the style of Lego. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is someone else's foot fungus. That one, somebody brought it up recently. I didn't even know that they did that, or that they knew that. And I'm like cracking up at their impression of it. It's all fun. Okay. If I use a 1x3, and then a 1x6, grab another one of those. Come on. I swear I'll try to shoot a better video with this. Like, the first video that I have about this hospital mock before I revamped it, it looked like this. It was like this same camera and lighting and everything set up. The keyboard was moved out of the way. I will try to do a better version when it's rebuilt. Like when it's done and ready for another video and then it goes back into the beach town, I will have a better video for that. I'm actually thinking of doing that more for different streams, is to build different mocks, so you get to see the creative process a little bit, and hopefully it's to your liking. It's like some kind of entertainment. Going back for those walls. Check on I think it's Thursday. I think on Thursday there should be a haul video coming up on YouTube. That's kind of a follow-up from Tuesday. So it's like Tuesday I got a whole bunch of Rock Raiders in a haul video. Thursday is more related to that, about Rock Raiders and what I plan to do with it. But it should also be about, like, there's also a meme that I tried to put into the video. But I don't know. You guys can judge it for yourselves. You can tell me if I'm bad at making memes. I'll let you wait for the video to figure out what it is. What the meme is all about. Okay, some of these I will stick on the outside and corner it with something else. The good thing about some of these is that I have them 6 wide apart, so they're the right amount. I can have the I can move a person in there. Actually, let's flip it. I will get close-ups in just a bit for how it looks. I just wanted to like fill it out a bit, so I know where it's going. Alright, it looks like that one I'm gonna have to build up. Build it up. Buttercup. I'm gonna have to build it up on that corner. I might have one by... I have 1x2s, yeah, okay, that'll work. Nice and easy. I love it. I like it. Okay. So, now we gotta get the inner walls. Only need 2 in here for now, and I'll work on the others later on. I am still behind in the chat, and I am still not apologizing. Your tutorials are awesome. I still have to add a lot of details. Michael G. F. uploaded a Woodford War review. I'm going to watch that after the stream. Lotus Chris Lego! Nice to see you here. Does anyone have tips on how I can get more subs faster? Yeah, I think Brickstar said it before about make more videos, or make good videos. No, brickset said that. That's what it was. Get more subs faster. You know, I'm not really one to tell you. I've been sitting at this 2,000 something mark for over a year. Like, there've been a couple more subs, but not enough that's been like rapid growth. So I'm not really one to talk about YouTube in any aspect. I'm not one to talk about how to improve YouTube or improve using YouTube or anything like that. I say I want YouTube to be better. Or I try to say, I don't think this really works with YouTube, but what do I know? I'm just a guy with a camera. I don't work at any video production or have video production experience. I'm just a guy. My tagline. My card. If you meet me at Philly Brickfest, I'll have a little quote-unquote biz card. It's not really business here. And it'll say, Maniac for Bricks. I am a guy with a camera. Subscribe. Okay. That's actually going to be a little bit better aesthetically. If I put these 1x2 walls in between, which I did get like a bunch of a while ago. I don't remember what I got them from. It might have been from like a Brickfest or something. Somewhere that I had like a whole bunch of... Like, I was able to buy, like, just individual parts. It was some convention. I don't remember which one. You know what? I'm looking at these walls, and with the cutout in there, kind of awkward in between these. So, let's do it on the outside. I'll just get used to it. The other sides had that too, so I don't mind it as much. Yeah, this is really shaping together this time. So we didn't really change much for the inner part of the rooms, but flag falling over. We didn't really change the inner part of the rooms, but you can see now how everything's laying out. It's a lot more consistent for the whites and the grays all over this thing. I actually kind of like how the gray is surrounding each of the windows there. It does still have the lining there. I'm not a fan of the tan. There's still like the gray, like the tiling that go in here. I have to really go through my tiles and figure out what I can use and make it all the same color and make it more consistent. But at least I'm happy for this now. I'm happy for that being added in. So it's like, pop this off, nice and easy. And then here's the back area. This is the hallway where you can walk through with patience and such. I have not developed the closet in here yet. That would normally be over on that side. Man, I love the Lego community. Me too, Ginblade. This is where the closet was before. I don't know if I'm going to fit it back in there, and if I do, I'll have to change around the parts. But with that out of the way, I'm going to work on just this last corner of it, where I have a really bright light. I'm going to work on this last corner of it where you can see like a couple of drawers. I got the pink drawers there. I need to fit a couple more drawers above them. I probably should have a sink in there, but I didn't yet. I don't know what exactly to fit in. Maybe it should be a sink. It might be either stuck in the wall or jut out from the wall. I don't know which would be better. Which is weird because I've done this before trying to attach it into the wall, and it kind of worked. No, I might have still gone out like another stud or two. Maybe that was it. I'm going to pass on it for now and see if I could come back to it later. But for now, we'll try to add a layer or two of bricks, and then we'll throw on the top drawers, which I put over here. So I have like some top drawers, bottom drawers. I want to do something similar with houses, but I'm not sure yet exactly which ones. There will be like, there's like the apartment complex I'm going to build, Blue Acres. There's a whole bunch of bungalows, so it'll be like very small buildings for minifigs. And also very colorful, like pastel colors and things. Then there's going to be at least 1 or 2 summer homes that are going to be more extravagant. So it'll be like in the equivalent to most people's city updates and how they build towns and things like that. It'll be the equivalent to a full-fledged house. But for my purpose, it's going to be just a luxurious summer home. We did take out the operating table in here, so I will put that back in later. It was originally attached into the wall, but for right now, just have it like that. I think it'll work. Oh, I missed a piece or two for the other area. Yeah, I'll just grab it one by one. I got those available. I jump on all the trends after they are dead. I have a pet rock. Not bad. Not bad at all. So stick that back in there. So I'm going to call it done for now when it comes to this floor. There's still tiling I have to put on top. I could actually throw 1 or 2 of these bricks on top of here. I may do another brick layer. I'm not sure yet. Like another layer of gray to top all of this before I put tiles on. The tiles might actually do well on their own. I don't know. You know, take the tiles from this one and put it on top of there. So it'll be tiles and gray at the same time. But I'm not going to do that for the stream. I want to hold you guys up with that back and forth brainstorming. Like, I should go into this knowing what I should be doing, but I don't. So now people are bored. Oh, this one's falling out. Okay, so now we got that underway. I'll snap photos for it on Instagram later. And let's get on to you. This is... Well, first of all, this is a lot of pieces spread over here. And here's one of the things. The garage doors that I have here are mostly from the Ultra Agents, whatchamacallit? Ocean HQ set. And they only go down so far when it comes to the garage door, so that's why I can't move it all the way to the ground or have this thing lowered. Because at the minimum height is trying to accompany this ambulance. I can move it a little bit further up, but you're really not going to see much of the garage door at some point. It's just going to be like a bigger gap in between. And I would like to fit another... I'd like to fit another thing in there, like another kind of ambulance, or fit the ambulance even better in here by moving all this forward. Even if I don't change around the design or whatever for the building. So the first thing I'm going to do, tear this apart and move it a couple studs forward. And hopefully with some of it being connectable, it might be easier to do. These pillars in the back I also want to change. It's kind of awkward having the assistant there with the giant Roman type pillars. It's still good for sturdiness, but it should be a little bit further away from where she is. Cement truck in 3. Yep, there it goes. Cement truck just fell over. Break it. Maniac breaks it. And just go all in this. So yeah, we'll build everything back up later. Now I got Build Me Up Buttercup stuck in my head. And Maniac for Bricks has the uprising. Will you ever make Clark a channel? Oh, that's for... Yeah, it's because you guys are talking to each other. Roxy channel for Roxy Tech. Rockstar Pets, too. That's a good name. Uh-oh. There goes that. Like, I like the idea of just making more space out of this. Like, still extend it all the way to the back of the base plate. But it might be hard to fit in there, like, moving things around. Especially with those pillars, it was hard to move things with the assistant or in that general area. Because they're really big, and if I had, like, stud space behind it, it might work a little bit better. I'm going to move this out a little bit more, so I might be able to fit the whole base plate on here. And then I could really wreck it. There we go. Got that. We got that. Might actually change this up too, so that way it looks more consistent. Every time I hear the word pillar, I think of pillow. I know. Column, does that help? I want to see what a Clark vlog looks like. Like, is it a vlog that he would fully record and edit and then upload? That would be entertaining. Or like, you put the camera on, you tell Clark, this is your video, you can do whatever you want in it, and then you walk out of the room. Or at least, you know, a safe distance away from whatever carnage he'll have. Let's see. Gotta delete all the chairs. Because I had like the bottom portion had the lobby, it had a break room, kind of cafeteria sort of thing, or the idea of it would be a break room. But it wasn't that great, actually. It was like one machine, and it didn't really look good. I could probably use more of these windows, actually, around the sides. I still like the idea of these windows. The slope design, I love that. And actually, I could change a little bit of that right now. Because I have one or two that could fit in its place. Okay, so let me see. I'm kind of losing track of what I had, where it was. So we got that here. Got that here. Okay. Dogs or cats? If you answer incorrectly, you may lose a subscriber. I like both. I would not own a pet dog. I would own a pet cat. I feel like my experience with dogs has usually been that they're super hyper when nobody wants them to be. They're always told to keep quiet, and put down a bit. Not put down like, you know, because they're sick or something, but put down like to settle down. And with cats, they just do their own thing. They're kind of fun to watch roaming around. Did you see Lego reveal tons of... Did you see Lego didn't reveal a ton of sets at Toy Fair? I think it's because of people like Leppin. I think so too. And may or may not because of privileges where people were, you know, invited to go to these events, but people took advantage and were instead taking photos of everything when they shouldn't be. Because there was, like, I've seen for years and years at Toy Fair events and toy shows, people would take photos of things that said, do not take photos of this. Or would have that in the photo somewhere. I think it's Lego's right to, you know, not welcome them back. Lego does not want things spoiled and freebies are going away. Yeah. That's honestly the thing. You play by rules and privileges, or you lose them. Okay, so maybe we could do the same thing as we did with the second floor and on this floor. So I could have the bottom layer as gray. I don't know, because the base plate's gray too. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm take out the receptionist desk. And now, all that remains is a girl sipping her coffee, staring out at a destroyed building. She watched the whole building burn. Maybe she was part of it. But we're gonna keep the front for now. I might change that a little bit. Let's see. Fourth vid, stealing and breaking the Star Walker unedited. Raw. I want to see other stuff at Toy Fair, not just Lego. No, I've definitely seen, even from Lego, like traditional Lego channels or accounts, they've posted stuff that isn't Lego that's at Toy Fair, and they were cool. And there was like the recent news that K'NEX was bought by another company. I was like, yeah, I'm interested to know about that. Honestly, I think with K'NEX, I like the company. I like the products. I play with them on occasion. I used to play with them a lot as a kid. Same way as Lego, same way as Mega Bloks. Don't judge me. Haters, you know where the door is. That's all you need. But I've found it to be a little lackluster over the years. I think because I got more into Lego than I got into Mega Bloks or got into K'NEX, you know? Like Lego 1, yay. But it's uploading. The video of the before of this is now uploading. K'NEX does have epic. That's one thing I like currently from K'NEX is their roller coasters. I used to like for a couple years back, I liked some of the Angry Birds, not all of them. I liked the Mario sets. I thought those were cool. But I bought more of the figures than I bought the sets, because the sets were kind of lackluster. They had weird combinations of using brick-compatible stuff with their traditional K'NEX system, and I don't think they really flow with each other. It's like they tried to integrate with the building block system. Hot Wheels did that too last year or so. And it was like, okay, but, you know, it could be better. Wait. I'm just trying to see if this is going to work. Because I'm looking back at this. Okay, it could work. I'm just trying to see where I want to put them for the... or how far forward it's going to be. Okay, yeah, I have 3 studs. So we could do like that. Maybe like... yeah, let's do it like that. So it'll position it here. I'm kind of planning out like how far forward the thing's going to be, and then build the rest that'll go out to it. For right now, let's see. I kind of want to leave it the way it was before, with like the white on the bottom for all of the parts, especially with these windows, the custom ones, quote-unquote custom ones, they look better that way, as opposed to having the gray. I think it would look better. But yeah, I used to really like K'NEX. I felt like they were lackluster over time, and I could tell they had savings so often on their websites. They were always throwing discounts on stuff. They pulled back from a lot of toy shelves, you know, products. Like, I did not see a lot of K'NEX around lately in Toys R Us. Even before Toys R Us was closing stores to left and right. And I got the impression that K'NEX might be going by the wayside. So hearing that they were bought up by another company kind of confirms that. What's your favorite Lego Ideas set? Oh, it's so tough to choose. I like a lot of them. Birds. I like that one. My family entirely likes that one. Not just me. Like, my sister was gung-ho when I brought home that set. I will have to look up who bought K'NEX. I think... I forget the name of the company. I don't even remember what else they made. But there was another company, another toy company, that bought up K'NEX. And so, back... ideas. My sister and my family, they all love birds. I I like the old fishing store too. I don't have it yet though. I don't have Doctor Who. I don't have Saturn V. I don't really plan on getting those. But right now, my Birds is one of my favorites because it doesn't have to rely on a property. It takes just nature, and it really adds a whole bunch of cool building techniques to it, to how they develop all three of those birds. My sister, as soon as I brought home the set, I'm finally getting to the story. She was so gung-ho that I brought home the set by surprise, that she wanted to build 2 out of 3 of the birds. She built the blue jay, she built the hummingbird, and then I built the robin. And this is somebody who doesn't build Lego mostly, like most of the time. So if I can convince someone in my family who doesn't build with Lego to build with Lego for a bit, and we have that as a display item outside of Lego sets, like it is sitting in a room with other bird objects like ceramic birds and whatever. If I can get that through, I can say that's a good set. It's something that anybody can like. Ghostbusters not HQ. Ghostbusters Ecto 1 from the first movie, I like that a lot. Big fan of how that one turned out. I like the Back to the Future set, but I think it's flawed. I really think... Yeah, that is a good point. I say birds because they have the robin in my room and my sisters have a bird each. Nice. That's another thing. You can put each one on their own and they'll look good. Here's the thing. As far as the DeLorean, I really like it. I was really hyped to get it. When I finally got it, I built it. It was really cool, but it could have been better. That's the big but that I know Brickstar typed out before I finally said it, because I have a hard time actually talking, saying it forward, like, get to the point of what I'm saying. It could have been better. It barely has room for me personally to fit minifigures in there, and I think that's a downer, because it comes with minifigures and it encourages that you could, you know, have these minifigures interacting with it, but you can't. You can't fit them inside of the car. I would have to say, if it took a few more plates and one longer tile or so, you could probably fit them in the car. Like a short modification that would really help. I'm thinking as far as the break room for this thing, I'm going to change it so that it has a large TV, a better snack area, maybe like an actual like food vendor or something. Don't worry, that wasn't me. That's my mom calling my sister. I don't have Zarevna. I don't have Mrs. Brickstar or Mrs. Brickitect. I just have my mom and my sister. They don't have Lego-related names. Because they're not on YouTube. They're not doing YouTube videos or part of my YouTube videos for anything. Oh, the book didn't come in yet? That stinks. I regret skipping the Ecto 1. Yeah. The Ecto 1 was one that you could definitely fit minifigures inside of and have a good time with the way it looks. Like, that improved on what I disliked about the DeLorean. Will that work? Maybe. Okay, we could try that. I'm gonna tear this up. Actually, you know what I'm thinking? I'll tear it a little bit further. I'll take this part out. And... oh, I don't have a 2x4. It's going to be hard to fix, isn't it? You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with the first method here. I had the 2x2, then a 2x3, and then the walls coming in again. I think that'll work. Yeah, that's good. But the Ecto 1 did what the DeLorean could not, or did not. Really think it could have been better. Like, you can actually fit multiple minifigures in there and store their proton packs. That I appreciate. Ah, there we go. Okay. So now, in tearing more of this thing apart from what the original was, I'll get some of these. We'll line it up on the side. And there we go. I'm actually one stud in from what I thought I was going to do. As much as I could fit that in there, this is nice and even. And I need a little bit of room so that when I take the vehicle out of here, it'll actually get to turn. It's unfortunately going to be... Like, I can make it another stud taller for the garage occupancy. I don't have a lot of the 1x1s with the slide through them. Or 1x2s, I mean. So, that's why I can't do that here. But I could try to raise it another layer of, like, another brick layer higher. So it'd be, I think it would have been 3? Yeah, I had 2 before. It would be 3 now, so I could try to fit a taller ambulance in here. And hopefully a little bit longer one. Because the 2012 ambulance, one of my favorites, if not my favorite ambulance from LEGO, of the ones I have at least, I think that would fit really well in here. And really, like, substantial for the space. So, I'll get that underway. I'm trying to see now, do I want to add other rooms or inner walls in here? Hey, XP Ninja Dan. I'm trying to see if I should fit any other walls in here. That'll be for different facilities and whatnot. Oh, I almost forgot. I have to make a cutout in this side for a door. That's the word. There's supposed to be a door over here that allows people to go through here. Basic fun? I don't know. Wait, what is that? Basic fun of Boca Raton now owns Connects. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I don't know exactly what that company makes. I know they make toys, but I don't know what type of toys. Okay. How should I say new model as an LTD? I might buy a set on eBay just to revisit my childhood. Could be. Anyone help? I've played a little bit of Minecraft, but not enough to really be into it. Like, I've played a couple of times, but I was never really good at it. So, you'd be thankful that I don't do anything Minecraft related on YouTube or talk about Minecraft or anything. Yeah, I wasn't a good player. I did not really survive that long in the game. I was, any few times I did play, I played like once or twice with other people, but they were way better at the game than I was. And I know it's a game where you could take your time and do things at your own pace, but there's still a level of, you know, what you're expected to know and do in the game that I did not reach. I didn't have the time commitment either. Let's see here. So we got the door. That's good. We'll get... Let's see. Do I want the wall? Yeah, the wall should be here. And I think for now I'll keep out any inner walls for the lobby, for the first floor, because I don't know exactly what I'm going to put in or how much space it's going to take up. It's going to still have a receptionist desk, a bunch of tables, chairs, etc. The same way as it did before. But if I fit any more in here, I'm not really sure how it's all going to spread out. Because there's a really large lobby, kind of a small break room or cafeteria, whatever, food area. And then it was like not a useful first floor at all. I barely did anything with that one. I had more fun with the second floor than the first floor for actually using it. All right. Let's see. 1x4 in white. I got 2 of those to use here. I kind of have to build both sides like at the same time, just to be sure I have the right height and things worked out. I'll take the dark grays out of here for now. Take the tiles out of here for now. With a messed up cave system. I do like the Minecraft sets, I'll give you that. They do look really cool. I think they're like a pretty good representation of Minecraft in Lego form. I like how they combine with each other. I do have a handful of them, and I sometimes use them just as parts packs. Like, because they're really good for all these kinds of basic Lego pieces to put all over. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Actually, we'll cook better with gas if I use this to turn a phrase. Whoa. Okay, I just lost the chat for a second. One sec. The way the caves generate is either on the X or Z axis. I didn't know that. I never really had the right supplies to go into caves. I think the best accomplishment I had was finding diamond. And I know it's not a lot. I don't even know how much diamond I actually got. Giving out free chicken biscuits at my local Chick-fil-A. Nice. This video is sponsored by Chick-fil-A. I've never had Chick-fil-A. So I can't say the food is bad. I am building the hospital MOC that I developed a year ago. I'm changing it up. So hopefully it looks better, neater, and hopefully everyone enjoys it. Or at least enjoys the building that goes along with it. Let's see now. Throw those on there. Oh, that's supposed to be over here. That explains that. So I was like, why are these pieces over here? Look like they're missing from something. Because they were. There it is. Now I've got it. And actually, what if I were to disguise my cooking, or I would disguise fast food as my cooking? Okay, I don't remember the entire thing. I thought I did. I'm going to change this part on the top, where it's going to be a little skinnier. Skinnier. It's going to have 1x6 instead of 1x8. So that way, it'll take less pieces to build, and it'll look better with the sign on top of it. Like it'll be like the same kind of framing for it, if you may. Because I have like 3 of the 2x3 inverted tile or slopes on here, and it was holding up 8 on the sides. So I was like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, of course. I have never had Chick-fil-A. Quote me on that. Chick-fil-A, I'll be awaiting your check in the mail. So I've never had Chick-fil-A, so I can't say your food is bad. Or how you make the food is bad. Do I want to use all in there? I don't remember what I did before with this. Oh no. And as far as the video uploading to YouTube, it's more than halfway there, so we got that. Apparently, I don't know what's wrong with my iPhone. I have it sitting, charging with the computer, but it keeps telling me I am low battery. So if the stream ends abruptly, blame YouTube or blame Apple. Hashtag blame big business. Hashtag blame YouTube, hashtag blame Apple. So hopefully it'll work again. As if it wasn't working before. I thought it was. I don't see what's wrong with it. Actually, I'm gonna try before that deletes in here. Nope. Alright, have a good night. Blame Lord Business. That's a better one. You guys have better ideas than I do. No problem on that. Okay, let's try this one. Might be in this box. Nope. Still not there. I meant to review these LEGO Fusion sets when they came out in the day, but I didn't have screen recording on my devices, like iOS or anything, so I couldn't. And more recently, that's an option to record the screen, but the apps are no longer available in the store. And nobody cares about the apps, nobody cared about the game. So, all things considered, I'm sorry I didn't get those videos out. If you want to watch those, check out Meadows Musings. He did those shortly after they came out. He even reviewed the infamous set that Crate and Race. That one that I had to peel back because it doesn't work. Where is it? Alright, call it 4. I think it's 4 now. 4 times I have left the camera. I know it's one of these containers, but I don't know which one. I don't think I'm all the way back yet, so don't call it yet. Because I know that they had an extra battle tower set. Or I had the box for it, at least. And in that box were a whole bunch of ambulances. I don't know where that box is right now. And that's what frustrates me about the LEGO room. I want to get to the point where I'm doing regular videos like the rest of you guys, building stuff, actually knowing where things in my LEGO room are, buying at a decent pace, doing whole videos, whatever, decently. I don't know where it is. I'm just going to have to go with my gut and say that another bricklayer is going to help with this, this setup. Hopefully. And if anything, it'll help make the ambulance, this one, move easier, but I'm hoping to fit another one in here. That was the idea. Or else. Build Titanic Micro, please. Nicole, you asked me about that before. I asked you a question about it, and you never responded. Like, a week or 2 has passed. I never heard anything back. Because I asked you something specific, if you wanted it as minifigure scale or smaller than minifigure scale. And I never heard anything since then. So that's why I haven't done anything on that front. I would love to do that. That sounds like a great idea for my aquarium. Minifigure scale would be too big. I'll give you that. If I build smaller than that, I will be able to make it. I'll probably still use these pillars in the hospital, but I need to move them away from the secretary desk because they're way too big before. Oh, we need another layer. Okay. I don't know where I left my 2x of bricks. Like 2x4s, 2x2s. I know I sorted them, but I don't know where they are. I used to have it in a drawer. Okay, 5. It's 5 times. I used to have it in a drawer, but that drawer moved around. And I think the parts in those drawers moved around as well. So I don't know where it is now. Okay, there we go. Nope, not with those parts. Circular parts, okay. Not what I'm looking for. Okay. Well, that stinks. Do I have extras in here? I have like another bin with a couple of white bricks in it. I could probably use these, but they're not the ones I was looking for. I don't see it. I could still make a layer or two to go with it, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have another one of those, so I can't do that for both. Unless I do it in gray or something. I guess I could do it with 1x2s, but I don't know if I'm going to need a bunch of those. Oh wait, I have a bin full of them. Never mind. I'll do that instead. So we'll set that up. We'll find a few more 1x2s in white. Hopefully there's some around still. Ah, there they are. They're just hiding at the bottom of the bag. I kind of want to do like another video or two. Alright, see you later, Lego Freak. Oh, nice. Welcome back. Okay. Now we're good on these columns, not pillars, or pillows from Brickset. Nice YouTube button there. That's not as a curse. Hey, Lego Hobbit. Yes, I am rebuilding it. The idea is that I wanted to make it look better, so I have better parts I can use. What I've already done is the second floor looks way better than what I started with. This is now attached into the wall, and the walls are a more consistent color. I like the stripe that goes along the bottom there for each of the rooms, so it looks more appropriate. It looks more plain than what I had before, but it's also like it looks better for space. I may still put a closet somewhere on one of these sides, but I'm not sure yet. Might even go downstairs later on or something. But at least now, looking a bit better. And yeah, there's the obvious red in there. I'm not worried about it that much. I'd say if I really wanted to fix that up, I would have to grab some Technic bricks and pop in and out a few of those. But I don't know if I have ones in red that can fit there. At least right near me. I don't think they're in red. So that's the thing about the Lego room. If I clean more of it and get parts sorted more in it, this will be a lot faster. Things like this will be a lot faster, I should say. But for now, it is what it is. So yeah, we got the 2 red dots. It's just what it is. Eventually I'll fit more stuff into the operating room here, so it'll be easier to get an idea what that's going to look like. I'll take some pics after tonight to show what progress has been made, and I will do a video to show that update. So even though I have, like, the first one is... Oh, sweet! It's up on YouTube now. And I have nothing in the description for it. So come on, tires. But yeah, this will be update 2 with what's done in here. Update 3 sometime later. I don't know if it's going to be a live stream, but it will definitely show more that I wanted to fix with it. Like this tan layer, I want to take that out. It doesn't really fit with this MOC. I want to try to use it for other stuff, and I want to put something else in here instead. I may use the gray from the top of it, or I'll try to change it to white. I think it would be better if I change it to white, because out of colors aesthetically, it won't be as, it'll be more appealing to the eyes. So, that's how that's going. And for this, we moved a whole bunch of it, like a couple studs forward, so it'll allow more room in the back. And I'm also raising this part up a little bit further, so it can have better visual there. I don't know if I should change this layer, like, fit more in there. I guess I could. I'll just have to move a bunch of pieces upward in order for that to happen. And fit them the right way in there. So they don't fall apart. And I used up a bunch of 1x2s, so that's going to be a little more challenging to fit here. Ah, there we go. I got one. One that wasn't already used. Let's see now. That's a 6. That's an 8. Okay, there we go. And then we'll stick a 4. And another 1 and a 6. At least for now, I'm just going to keep it at a 6. So I don't know what's going to be on that wall to connect to it. As much as I like to build something into the wall, I have to play around with ideas for right now. I'm just going to have a temporary thing and then work it out later for the other stuff. And speaking of temporary things, I got just the pieces to fit in there. That's gotta be awkward when a hospital goes under construction. And it's like, well, where am I supposed to go now when I'm sick? I know I have more of these scattered around somewhere. It's not just all in this bag when it comes to the 1x6x5s. I love these pieces, though. I'm sure that there's more around. Or if I need to get them through Bricklink, I'm sure they wouldn't be too expensive. Hopefully. But I'm going to wrap up things for now and see if I can do more with it later. I don't want to hold you guys up too much, because right now, what is it? 11:16? So I can get time to have dinner, because I skipped dinner. Record a video about the update here, and then do more later. As much as I said before, I want to get it all done in this video. I'm like, well, I don't know exactly what's going to be built in here. So, might as well call it for a day or so, and then not necessarily do a live stream to continue it, but try to, sort it out later for what else is going to happen here. I do have one thing tricky that I need to work around, though, and that's this. So, let's see if I can... Oh, that's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Another one. And another one. Okay, that's good. So we got that. And we got this. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, that's good. I like where that's going. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. 2 of those. And 1 of these. Oh, wait, that's... No, that's the right height. Okay. Got that. I'll get another 1x4. or 2 of them actually. Need 2 of them to fit in that space. And done. Okay, that's good. Now, I'll fit in the garage door. And we'll lower that. Yeah, it's going to be a lot more awkward because it's like raised up 3 bricks high. But unless I buy more of those 1 by whatevers, or if I buy just the pillar ones, that might be a good idea. But it'll be... like, here's the thing. I could make this floor of the hospital really tall and still hold a lot of the garage door in the front if I do the following. Because I'm not really going to need this garage door to go all the way around the back. It's just going to have to go along the top. So the idea is I could stack this up by a whole nother thing like this. And then put these on here. And that would be a lot of space in between to fill in. It would be a really tall garage space. But the benefit of that is I can lower the garage door all the way down. It'll have a lot more on top that'll be showing, and I would obviously have to move the rest of this down. So that seems like a good idea, but here's the problem with it. If I move a bunch of this down, I'll have to reconstruct a bunch of things. I don't actually know if the garage is good for an ambulance. Like, if I put it in perspective with the police station that I have and the fire station I'm going to build, like both of those, they're not going to have garage doors. So I'm actually thinking if I take out the idea of a garage door for the hospital, which I think I can have like a larger thing I can fit in there, that might work better. Hello again, Nicole. So I'm thinking if I was going to use this garage door, I should use it for some other build, for some other MOC. Like something that'll make sense to have a garage door. As much as all these things could have garage doors, it's not going to line up that well, and it's going to be very difficult to work around with some of them. Probably one of the hardest parts is the fact that some of them need more space than what I can allow. So we're actually going to put the garage door on hold, and I may put that into an auto repair shop, because that's something that I know would be much taller and have more... Hey, Dolly Bricks, nice to see you. That's something that I know will be much taller and accompany that space better. So let's go with that instead. In the meantime, I will keep this up a brick layer just to look nicer. But the rest of this I can lower a bit, so it won't be as crazy. That's good for me. I like when it's not that crazy. I'm going to move where the door is, which means it's going to change what's going to be on the other side of the door, on like near the lobby. I'm going to change where the window is, so I can fit this wall piece better in there at once. And let's see. I got the 1x4. Yep. Good. Okay. So yeah, that could still work. Or I could change it out completely and not have the gray in there at all. We'll put that here. And we'll put that here. Yeah, okay. It's kind of like a half update, because it's not going to be complete MOC after this is done. It's going to be a well-progressed MOC. Probably a good way to write it. Or like I said before, it's going to be update 2. There will be an update 3 where it's going to have more fleshed out stuff. And with that fleshing out will be a lot more things built. And things would be built into the wall. But at least for now, I want to say, what is the space I have to work with? And how am I going to make it work? Even these pillars, I'm going to take them out for now. And then we'll fix that up later on. Okay. So, let's move those out. Now I gotta see with this building where it lies. So I can fit this in the right spot. Oh yeah, that's true. You know what? I'm gonna have to use something else for that area over the cross logo. I'm gonna change that one up so it'll look better. As long as I have the right tiles, it should work. Or should look okay at least. Oh, these are like two different kinds of the same part. They have like, they're like slightly different for how it's shaped. Alright, I'm gonna grab a couple of, call it 6. I'm gonna grab my bin of cheese wedges. And if I'm correct, there should be a lot of white ones in there. And there's no white ones at all. Great. This was worth the trip. Trip across the room. Okay. Ooh, that might work. I'm gonna take one of my previous gas station pumps, actually 2 of them, and change 2 parts on them. And then I could fit those 2 parts onto here. It's actually gonna be a little different for how they were fitting on, but I think it'll be good different. So we got that. Fits here, here, and am I missing the chat again? I'm probably missing the chat. 1 second. Yeah, there we go. So now we have a couple of slopes to go in front of it, give it a little bit of shape. Then we'll have this layer on top where it'll be sitting on the crust, you know, symbol. So there we go. A little bit of structure there. I think it'll look nice. But now I have to look again and see how it fit on here. So I'll line it up right. Uh-oh. Dropped it. Oh, you know what? I forgot. That was a smart move I did however long ago. I had the smart idea of lining it right over the door. So now I know exactly where it goes. It's like right over the door and this larger window. I think there's supposed to be 2 doors there, but I thought that was kind of awkward, so I just left it as 1 door. So now, yeah, that looks good. And taking out the garage door honestly made things so much better for this. Like, it's a lot easier to work around now without that in the way. A lot of compromising was for that purpose. And I'm not an excellent builder by any means. I'm just trying to make it appealing, at least to me, and hopefully people on YouTube like yourself. I'm going to use a corner here. We could probably use a corner on that side. Yeah, there we go. And we'll add this over here. That makes sense. Now, the only problem that I have is I'm going to need a lot of white plates. Or at least a handful of them to fit along the front now so that it's a good lineup. Because now that this thing's in here, I need to have it. It's at a maximum of 3 plates high, with the last plate being a tile layer. Which means if I add bricks onto there, it's going to be very hard to move the second floor off of it. So it has to be 2 plates and a tile once again. Or here's what I can do instead. Take all these out. I can put the tiles on the inside of it, and I'll have the rest surrounding it be a brick layer. Because that's not going to be affected when this thing goes on. I do have to line up how the tiles look on the inside, though. Let's see. It's actually very rare for me to revise a MOC like this, so I'm really enjoying the experience of it. At least to try it. Oh, sweet! So I only need a tile layer now. Alright, that works. And then the rest around this, I don't care that it's not brick, or that it's a brick layer and not going to be tiled like the middle section is, or sloped or anything like that. It looks good enough for me. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, so now I gotta work on the back wall, and I'll wrap it up for this video. So that this will be update 2, it won't be complete, it'll be mostly there with, you know, room for improvement. I will happily welcome your suggestions for how I could fit things better into the first floor in the comments on that video. That should go up tomorrow. And I will give that better lighting, because right here, not that great. Not the great camera angle, not the great lighting. You know, it'll look much better when it goes up on YouTube in its own video. Okay. What I'm thinking on this, one thing I kind of wanted to do when I first started developing this was the food area would have a certain color to it, so that you would know where it starts and where it ends. Right now, I don't know what that food area is going to be like, so I'm gonna just leave it white or maybe gray. Because the other idea is that I could have it as gray as like an accent along here, and then when this goes on, it'll also be gray. What I actually do need to do, so that it lines up with the top better, is make this in gray. I used white before, but in all honesty, if I want to match it up better, I think the gray will work. So I will do that now, and that should be a lot better. So let me see about this. So that's a 1/. This will be in white. Okay. I should really get the 1x3 whites more than anything, because there's a ton of them in here. Like, I'm looking at the bag, which has them all mixed around in different colors, and white really stands out. So I'm going to grab a bunch of those and invade this MOC with them. I do want to find a way to connect these two parts of the garage area, but for right now, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just going to have it tiled. Wait, did the... I will give you Lego. Big promise. Jenna way there in the hospital, like... That's true. To make it more accurate, I should have a generator in here, but I'll have to think about that for later. Like, I want to have some essential things that a hospital would have. I don't want to get too specific with it because I only have so much area to work with, and working on minifig scale, it's going to be hard to fit some of those properly in there. I do like how how Nicole mentioned before, acknowledging about the Lego Batman Joker Lego Batman Joker Land. That would be nice, but I don't know. That's gonna why the YouTube is everyone gone? I don't know. I've only been running for what, 2 hours now? Your video just uploaded. Yep, I did see about that, and that'll be cool. Now that it's like you've already seen the MOC, you've seen how I've been revising it. So now, you'll see it a little bit up close with that video, albeit choppy. At some point, I was just like, I am not going to edit more of this. It's going to be very difficult. But now, you know how far we've come from it. So hopefully good. Hopefully progressed since then. Okay, so now I'm just going to take all the tiles, throw them through here. I'm going to add a couple of 1x1 plates so it can be sturdy. And then we'll wrap it up for this live stream. I'm not planning on doing another one to keep revamping this. I welcome your comments if you want to ask about adding certain things in there, like I mentioned before about the generator. It's mostly the first floor I have to deal with, and the operating room. Those are like the only real areas I need to figure out what the interior is going to be like. Do I change up the walls for them, and things like that. But beyond that, shouldn't be that bad. Hey, Ginger Bricks, welcome back. And welcome back, BFAB. I understand about finishing a video. I've definitely like walked away when a video was rendering just to have it going in the background. So I understand if it takes a little time to do that. Let's see. Got gray, gray, white, white. Just trying to find more light gray in here. Light gray is like the third part of the color scheme. Because it's mostly supposed to be white and red and gray. But I feel like before it was too much gray. Not enough red. And this is looking a bit better. I'm actually going to change up this little, whatever you call it, like kind of a, not a garden, but like this little flower area in the front that I want to add a couple more plates onto. I found them before. I got a lot of black tiles here, but I don't think that's going to be enough for what I'm building. So, let's see. I stuck some 1x1s on here. I'll do these here. I heard something creaking. I don't know. Might be an upcoming demolition. Wait. I'm going to change out this one and this one. Those two 1x1s are going to be good for spreading out. Ooh! Forgot about that. This actually needs to change spots with this because it's on the outside. Or I could stick a 1x2 on there and not care. That's the other option. I kind of like that one. Because then I won't have to worry about the overlap. There's like a couple areas of this that have overlap. Mainly like this part over here overlaps by one stud. Because the rest of it is the inward one for the sloping. And then there's overlap on this side by one stud, just by the top of it for some reason. I'm actually not sure why. Because I think it's even. I mean, the things that go on top of it are even. So I don't actually know why it's like that. Okay, now we gotta fit something in of a 1x3 space. So I'm just gonna take those black tiles from before and stick them in here. It's a good spot for that. Cheese wedge. Let's see now. You know what? I'll stick the 1x1 in here too. That'll work. If I had a 1x6, I could lay it on here and replace these easily. But that's not the case right now. Love the 1x8 gray tiles. These are abundant for this project and really useful with that abundance. I'm actually going to use a 1x2 in here instead of a 1x1, because on the edge it'll be a little bit sturdier that way, and I won't have to worry about a 1x1 to put in its place. I probably have a place for all of those, but I'm not going to grab it now. Actually, I'll take these out too. Right now this is a lot smoother, and I could just replace that with these. So the grays are coming back. Just like in my hair. Fun fact, I've had gray hair since I was 17, and I am currently 23, so you do the math. Alright, this looks good so far. It's very bare, it's very plain, but I think it's shaping up better than I was expecting. I just got to check on the front. There's actually a lot of garbage cans here. I just stuck them in front because there was enough space for them, but it also kind of makes sense. If there's a lot of waste, a lot of patients to take care of, it's gonna happen. I was thinking about putting brown underneath here for this flower bed, but I have just more green, so I'm just gonna go with that for now. I might have another thing or two of green on the side, because I'm taking apart what was already an incomplete rattlecopter, and that might help here. Just trying to see what other plates are in here that I can steal. I think I got them all. Well, yeah, you're not seeing it right now on the stream, but if you met me in person,